Hi, Sharon Durbin Graves, Painting with Acrylics 101.com, welcoming you into my studio today. I'm going to be teaching you about making a color chart. I recently bought a number of paints that were on sale. They were clearancing out a group of paints, and I thought I've never tried those. For $1.71 I'm in. So I bought several different kinds of paint, and so I made a new color chart because you never know how your paints will mix with what you already have. So what you do is I took everything that I just bought, all the new colors here, and all the new colors here. Now here's a white and here is a white. So what happens is you mix this one with this one and you get that. Because they're the same colors, you're going to get the same thing. So here I took this color, I mixed it, tried to mix it with the same amount of paint. So here I took this yellow, mixed it with the same amount of this white, and I filled in that. Okay, so here I took this yellow, which is just a little deeper than that, I mixed it with the white and I put it here. So here was a red, I mixed it with this a little bit, tried to get even amounts. It doesn't always work out, but I try to get an even amount. So same of this, a little bit of this, put it in there. This was, this is a green, and it's so dark by itself. Okay, so then I took that, mixed it with the white, and I got that. So you're going to do the whole chart that way. You're going to come like in here. Let's look at this. Come here and here. Okay, so this and this and this should all be the same because that's the intersection point. So you're trying to see how every color here mixes with the same with all those colors as well. So now here we've got this, this is where it gets really interesting. You know, I have this one green, and then I had like a turquoise and a deeper turquoise. So this one deep green, and you can see through that whole column there that it's all green, but they're all different shades because I mixed them with different pieces, different paints. So here it gets really interesting because I'm using the turquoise, and when I mix the turquoise with yellow, it just makes the most luscious greens. So here's the blue mixed with yellow, so it makes wonderful greens too. I just love turquoise and yellow as a green. And so then here is the deep turquoise mixed with this deep red. So if you wanted a dark, like a black, that's not so cold and harsh, this is what you do. You're looking for a deep color and you mix it with something else deep, and you're gonna get, right, look at those darks there. Those could all be used for blacks, but when you're close up to them, they're not so harsh and cold as actually squirting black out of the tube. This you can do, I know artists that have 40 and 50 of these. They do them with all their regular palette, and then any new paint they get, they might do an entire new one, adding it. Let's say they took out this blue here and then added a different shade of blue. They'd make a whole new chart to see how this blue reacts with all of these different colors. So it's really very pretty when you look at it, and it's very geometrical. You see, you know, like up in here, you see the greens, turquoises, and here's greens, and here they are again down here. It's somewhat of a mirror image of itself because you have the same colors here as you do here. So you're going to see like this here, it makes a real nice division because this is the same color, okay? So it's a very interesting way to see what your paints do. And I highly recommend this for beginning artists. So you're getting several things here. You're working your brush, you're learning how to mix paint, and you're learning what your colors can actually do. So there's lots and lots of things to learn. All I have here is just, it's a piece of light sketch paper. It's a little, I don't know, sometimes sketch paper is so flimsy like newspaper that you can actually poke a hole in it. So this is more like drawing paper, and there is a difference between drawing and sketching. I just used a ruler and made grid lines across, and they're not all even. This one's bigger than this one. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to see what you're going to get with the colors. The main thing is to remember, you put the same thing up here in the same order as you do down here. And now it's real important for me to come back and I will write in each square what colors those were. So let's say if I'm painting a painting and I want that color, I need to know how, or this color right there, these two are really, this is actually that, okay? So I love these two colors. How did I get those two colors? Well, I used this violet and I used that kind of a blue and that kind of a turquoise. So that's the purpose of the chart. I actually have some that are just all of the colors that I would use in a landscape, all the greens, the yellows, the browns, blues, and I made charts out of that, and I've made solid green charts where I've had all different shades of green, because green is the most prolific color out there, and it's hard to work with sometimes. So, you know, I could come back and go, okay, I'm looking for this color of green. How did I get that right there? Well, it's that turquoise and it's that burnt, this is a transparent burnt sienna. So, you know, that's how I would get that. So that's the beauty of this. You learn a number of things as you go along, but you also get to understand, how do I create color? Shows you don't need 5711 different tubes of paint. You really just need a few. Some warm and some cool and some white, and if you must have some black, use it very, very sparingly. So thanks a lot. I'm glad you joined us today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up there. And if you want to, I have a lot of videos out there and I release new ones all the time. So if you want to be get subscribed, just hit that little word subscribe. And next to that word is a little bell usually. And if you'll click the bell, you'll get a notification every time I release a new video, which is usually on Friday. So thanks a lot. Have a great day.